Okay, obviously it was a big win for us Saturday. I really liked the way that we won the game. The fourth quarter offense made plays to help us win. The defense made plays to help us win. So, like I said, a lot of times it's how you win that can, help you later in the season. So I thought that was really good. Second thing, it gave us some great information. Anytime you play a quality opponent, you find out where you're at. You find out your strengths and you find out what you need to improve on. I think that was really good information to have a chance to find that out first game, when some programs may not find out to the second half of the season. And really what stood out to me is we got to run the football better. Give Washington credit, great run defense, but we need to improve in that area. We gave up a few deep passes. They made some outstanding plays with that. And then really the main thing for me is the penalties. The penalties that we had is completely unacceptable. We take great pride in, not beating ourselves. And so we are going to focus on that, and that will be corrected moving forward with that. We're excited about the home opener, being here at home in front of our fans. I know our players and coaches, can't wait for that. And then really our message is real simple. Improve from game one. And usually the better teams, they find a way to improve from game one to game two more than any other time in the season. And so that's our message, and that's the way we're approaching this game, and looking forward to it. Couple updates. John Broussard has left the team to pursue other things. We wish him nothing but the best. Eli Stobe and Will Hastings both have been cleared to practice as far as full practice, and we'll see where that goes. With how confident they are and we are as far as when that happens to return. I'm not sitting there saying anytime in the next week or two or whatever. We're just going to see how that goes. But I think that's a positive that they've been cleared to practice fully. Joey Gatewood is still going to be a couple weeks before he gets back with that thumb. Javaris Davis will be back out there practicing today. So overall, I think that first game, we came out of it pretty good as far as the injuries. It was a very physical game. There was a lot of guys that were sore the next game, the next day, but that's part of playing a quality opponent. But like I said, it was a good way to start the season with a win. The challenge now, that's behind us. That's one game, and we got to figure out a way to improve each week. And, we've got the meat of our schedule coming up with that, starting out with this first home game. Questions? We're going to play whoever our guys that play. This is, like I just said, we're going to, our goal is to improve, and you do that with your players. So we'll see where that goes, but I will say this, both of them will be out there practicing today.
Yes, do you envision now that Roger McCurry is a guy that would move up to a second team? You have a couple of
Yeah, Roger, Christian Tutt. We got a lot of confidence in those guys, and they're in a really good spot.
Yes, at this spot, a couple of times in recent seasons, 2015, last season against Berkeley, y'all haven't played the way you wanted to play.
Yeah.
Is that something in your mind?
No, there's no doubt. You're exactly right. We don't take anything for granted, and the good teams that have a chance to win championships don't. And so this week is about us getting better. And last week's behind us. We got to figure out a way to get better. And there's all kinds of areas, like I talked about first, that we should improve on, and we need to improve on, and that's the way we're approaching this game.
How impressed have you been with Eli and Will being able to at least get cleared?
Yeah, we knew their progress was ahead of schedule. They've worked extremely hard to get to that point, and they've done 7-on-7s, and they've done some things like that already, and done it full speed. So now it's taking that next step, and being cleared to fully participate in practice, and we'll see where that goes. But until they're 100% for sure, and I'm 100% for sure, they won't be on the field. We'll see when that is, and I'll keep you updated. Like I said last time, there's a really good chance that both of them will be back this year.
Just to be clear, does that mean full contact may be tackled?
No, we're not going to get anybody tackled, in practice, but thudding and everything that goes with it, or bumping.
Coach, obviously everything was put into preparing for Washington. How much do you know about Alabama State?
Yeah, usually early opponents you work on in the summer, and you've got a good idea, and your off the field guys have all the information. And so once a game's over, you start gathering that information and, the position coaches and, we're treating this like any other game. And, they're the next opponent on our schedule.
Coach, you put a lot of work in the offseason on special teams. How do you think that paid off?
Yeah, other than the penalties, I think it was pretty clean. We covered kicks better. Obviously, with Carlson kicking out of the end zone was huge, and we covered punts better, and that was too focused. And then the field goal protection was also the focus. And we had the returns, and it's unfortunate we had the two penalties on the big one. That's a game changer. We had the ball inside the 15-yard line or something like that, and having a chance to go up big in a game like that, and that was unacceptable.
Now looking back at the film, how do you think your offensive line plays?
Yeah, I said we need to run the football better. I think we averaged 3.3 yards per carry, and when we're at our best, it's more than that. So we've got to do better than that. But at the same time, very quality defensive front. The advantage we have is we played against a big-time defensive front. So now we kind of know, and we have some areas we can get better in and all that. And like I said, some teams don't find out information until the second half of the season. I think that's the positive of playing a very quality opponent early. So now we know what we need to work on, and we know a little bit about our personnel and everything that goes with that. But everybody in this room knows, for us to have a chance to win a championship, we're going to have to run the football better, more consistent.
Do you anticipate any possible changes in that?
I don't think right now, no. I think we just got to get better at what we do. You got to keep in mind, from an offensive line standpoint, there's a lot of communication, working together. We had, two new starters, really three new starters that were trying to work together and all that, and they will improve. And so it's just a matter of, just everything that goes with it in each game. And, I expect that group to improve, from the first game to the second game.
Besides the communication, working together, anything else you want to see better from the offensive line?
No, it's just, it's not just, the offensive line, it's everything. Running backs, sometimes we have some young running backs in there, and usually the first time they get in the game, everything's sped up, and sometimes they don't slow down and read it right and all. It's kind of everything that goes with it. So it's not just offensive line, it's everything. We had some guys out there for the first time, and, their heart rate was up, and they were all excited, and, you got to slow down, and there's nothing like experience that, the second time you're out there, you can take a deep breath and actually relax. And, some of our young guys were really excited.
You've been saying for years that Chandler is a guy that can be a weapon for you guys.
Yeah.
And you used him against
How about that?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Is this the way it's going to be with him?
It could be. I think that surprised everybody. But, it kind of goes back to, the first game, your tendencies, okay? You've got to use your tendencies against opponent, especially a quality opponent. So that was kind of one of the thinking that the offensive staff had, and felt like he had some opportunities, and, that he may have got lost, and he did a few times.
It was a little strange.
You played 15 guys for the first time, freshman, redshirt freshman. As a group, how did they perform? And this week, could we see some more freshmen?
Yeah, I think you said, and we had some guys that touched the ball for the first time, and that was a stressful deal just from my standpoint against a really good opponent. And, that game goes down the end like we talked about, and one play can make a difference. But the thing that stood out to me about the young guys, they protect the football. And then the other guys that were in there, they did what we asked, and we have a very talented group of freshmen, and I think you'll see that number grow, and I think you'll see a lot of their playing time, get more and more as the season goes on if they keep progressing.
Was it strange just for you to be on the sideline and not run one single jet sweep? First time you've been here.
Yeah, each game is different. And you have a plan for different things, and certain defenses take certain things away. But yeah, that was fairly unusual.
Were you on the horn when Kevin made his all-out blitz call there late? Is that something you listened to?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
Were you
listened
kinda
to
like,
it.
all right, this is
No, it was the right call. In that situation, it was just 4th and 15, and usually that you don't have to worry about screen or a slant or anything like that. And he just, that's his nature, and that's what our players expected. And going against our defense and offense in a situation like that, they've done that, and it's kind of what's expected. And Kevin did a super job. They're a very talented offense. They've got our quarterback. Very impressed with him, and the running back. And a lot of times, you know, you can look on film and you can tell somebody's really good but when you get out there and you face them, that's when you really and that team was good as advertised. That team is going to be tough to beat. I mean, they got a complete team, and that's why I was proud of our group, that we found a way to win, and we knew it'd be close. And at the end, you know, we didn't win any close games last year, and we did this year. And you know, we can take that moving forward the next time we're in that situation. And I really was proud of the way our guys responded. You know, the offense was down; they had to drive and went and scored a touchdown. Then the defense had to hold them that last drive, and they did. So that was really the biggest positives I took away, you know, from the game.
Guys, what about the punter?
Mm-hmm.
You know who the punter is?
You know, we think both of them are still in the mix, but you know, we were pleased, you know, with both of them, and it's still good competition. I think it's good that we got two guys we feel good about. You know, and Aaron, that was his first time to play American football, and I thought he did a good job with his placement, with his get off and the mechanics and everything that goes with it.
You want to get Asa Martin more involved this week? I know you guys were talking about how you wanted to see him possibly opener, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, each game's different how it unfolds, but he's a guy that definitely will be in the mix more and more throughout the season as long as he keeps progressing in practice. And so, yeah, that definitely he has a chance to play.
Yeah, so what do you see out of Cam Martin in his first really?
Yeah, you know, Cam Martin, what you have is a veteran. And, you know, Cam Martin, you know, he had pressed the line of scrimmage and cut back. He knows all the little things. He made a couple things bounce to the outside, and then the big fourth down and one run I thought was really good too. And, you know, he's a veteran guy, and he gives you kind of a calming, you know, experience out there when he's out there. And but I thought he did a really good job running, and he did a really good job protecting the football.
The Cox Cat just doesn't seem like it's picked up positive yards over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
The 2-point conversion was almost picked off.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
Do you want to put that in your back pocket?
You know, it worked real good against our defense, you know. It didn't work real good against them. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see whether we shelve that or whether we keep it going. So we did run the Wildcat a couple times. So you predicted that, and we did. We did.
You said after the game, a lot of us weren't in there, but you want to be more aggressive
Right.
this season.
No doubt.
And that went along with the 2-point conversion,
Yeah.
the Woody play that you ran.
Yeah.
Is that something that every single game you just want to keep?
I will. Our mindset is being aggressive, and you know, that's what we're going to do. So a couple of things didn't work, you know, but my experience is if you practice stuff and you call them at the right time and all that, you have ways to put pressure on the other team. So that's we'll definitely be aggressive this year.
Guys, going back to the freshman for a moment, not to be presumptuous, but is this kind of the game that you'd like to use the new redshirt rule to your advantage and empty the bench?
You know, every game you hope you get a chance to do that, and our approach is like any other game, and if that presents itself, that would be super. So that we'll see what happens.
With that in mind, do the third team and scout team, do they get a little bit more reps in those spots this week?
You know, any week that you can you know, have that happen, be fortunate to have that happen, is, you know, you get guys that this new redshirt rule, that you get a chance to let some guys play, maybe in the past that wouldn't have because of the new redshirt rule.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you all.